Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, emphasis on the .net, and we're here today for Earth, which includes Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, for August 4th to the 10th, 2019. And since I'm on alone, let's just jump into it and see what happens. The first card I got is Seek the Truth, which is, well, anybody who's on the path or on the journey or whatever you want to call it is seeking the truth, right? That's just what we do. So let's start off. And the first card, it's a pretty impressive card, is the Wheel of Fortune. It's a major arcana, which basically means you've come to an end of a cycle and you're jumping off a cycle. That's to start out with that for this week is pretty impressive, actually. And what covers it is my Hierophant. And basically in my deck, he's a healer. And knowledge is healing. So the more knowledge you have, and my dog's just doing something really funny. The more knowledge you have, the more you know who you are, the more you heal. And that includes your emotions and your physics. So every emotion starts here, and then it comes down closer to your physical level. That's when we start to get colds. That's when we start to get illnesses. It's when it hits our physical level. If we dealt with emotions in the emotional level, we would never get sick unless you've contracted for it. And there's so many if, ands, or buts. So what's behind us? What got us to this place? 5 of Wands. And that basically Earth, well, everybody knows Earth is stubborn. So what got you to this place is there were things or conflicts in your past which you dealt with. And, well, I think that goes for every sign, actually, but here we go. So what you've just been through is the 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles is a patience card. I think in this case, the patience was waiting from having one foot in the old energy and one foot in the new energy and being patient while the new energy came together to support you. Because the card that's coming up for you for the week of the 4th is the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is joy, but it's not any kind of joy. It's a mature form of joy. It's one where you know how to deal with it. It's not something you've never felt before. It's something that you're comfortable with and have grown. So 2 major arcanas, the base card and the cover card. What's before you is the Moon. And for me, the Moon is a positive card because it has to do with the subconscious. And remember, you've done a lot of healing and you've gone up a level. So your subconscious should be your friend in this respect. How so should it be your friend? Well, probably by now you've learned how to deal with it. You've learned how to live through the dark times or the ungrounded times. And when the subconscious comes knocking, and it always comes knocking, as long as we're alive and breathing, we are going to fix something. I've heard some people say that you get to a certain level, you don't have to clear up. But that's not true. Because of the way the energy works, you get through it, you clear up your own. And because it's like a quantum field, we can start clearing up other energies, maybe from other lifetimes, maybe from somebody, you just sort of go back in time and clear up energy from another person. We will continuously be clearing until we are actually out of the old and totally into the new. We're not totally into the new. We can't be until we look at the news and the news until the news is positive. Oh, the farmer sold all his strawberries. It's not newsworthy, but that's the kind of energy I'm talking about. Until then, we will continue to clear, and we will clear until everything is clear on earth. So if your brother is in pain, that is your responsibility, but not in the physical, on a very deep level. All right. I know we are not responsible for our brother's mistakes, and I agree with that 100%. But on a very different level, on a spiritual level, our quantum level, we can take that energy and clear it. Maybe not for that person specifically, but that general energy. And what will that give us? Well, the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is the master craftsman. And the whole reading is about you being a master craftsman, right? And taking on responsibility, seeking the truth. So beyond that, you have the support. You have a great deal of support, and you have the ability to transmute or transmute the energy into something new and exciting. And I'm going to pull one more card. So I have these cards. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, I'm going to take the Major Arcana, because this is a very, very powerful reading for Earth this week. And so the last card, or almost last card, is Temperance. And that's you bringing the energy from the new air dimension and making it work, making it work for us, for you. And you see the plants, where the new energy is surrounded by the new plants. It's growing towards the light. So we're bringing in new energy that is sort of transmuting the old fisticuffs kind of energy. And it's bringing back that which is our actual normal way of being. We're actually meant to live in energy of positivity and joy and happiness. And the byword for this time should be joy, should be great pleasure and happiness. So we're seeking the truth. And the truth is the negativity is not truth. There's a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's a saying I have. And there's two things in the universe. One is love, one is fear. One is an illusion. That's right. So we're coming back, and Earth this week, you are doing a really good job of coming back. And the last card is joy and stability. And that is what you're bringing into the world this week. That is, so you're bringing it in for yourself. But because we are in the quantum field, it does vibrate out. And it's like a pond, where you throw a rock in it and it ripples out. So that is the energy for Earth. And I have to say that's probably one of the best weeklies I've ever had to do. And thank you very much.
I says it sounds exhausting.
Yeah, but we're not Earth, so we're okay.
Well, one of us is not Earth.
Oh, you are, yeah.
I am.
I forgot my daughter's a Capricorn. I'm not. Anyhow, it's good for her. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, technically, I'm a double whammy Earth because I'm also an Earth dragon in the Chinese zodiac.
Yeah, she's an Earth dragon in the Chinese zodiac. And hello, everybody. I think the Chinese zodiac is slightly different energy.
Probably.
But I will, if you're up with you like, do a couple of questions.
Until then, they say, you are never alone, Mom.
Yeah, that's true. I've got 3 dogs, 2 daughters that still come back, have moved back in, and I have my internet. I am never alone.
Eyes Like the Stars jumps in with, am I pregnant or will I get pregnant this month?
So when I go down and check energetically, I do see a light hovering around that area. And it's not your light, it's another light. So the chances are extremely high you'll get pregnant. Take your time. Fetuses, when they implant, they can be very sensitive, and especially if you're a new age, you're into the energies. Quite often, you will attract beautiful souls who have a hard time. So they'll come in once or two or three times before they can actually stay. This one, with the energy I'm seeing, it's very strong. So the potential is if you get pregnant or are pregnant, it's really early stages, like the first 15 days, it will stay. And if that's what you really want, because you know what, your mom till you die.
Well, even in the next life, you're still mom.
Yeah, my mother still comes back and mothers me, and she died about 3 years ago. But yeah, what's your mom? You're always a mom.
She says thank you. Haha.
And you know what? At 15 days, I think you can go buy one of those pregnancy tests, and they should actually be able to tell you.
Even pregnancy tests that are supposed to tell you before the next period.
Well, 15 days, like
yeah.
15 days,
No,
she's
but
halfway.
Even before that.
Yeah.
So we'll
I know some people who knew the instant they conceived, and they weren't on the spiritual path. She just knew the instant she conceived. So the potential is quite high that pregnancy it's happening. All right.
Next question. Lil D from the Philippines says, thank you. Any messages from my spirit guides?
First of all, they're happy with you. And the next thing is really strange, because if you live in the Philippines, you probably get a lot, but make sure you get enough sun. Which you don't want to get burned or anything. I don't mean that amount of sun, but make sure you get out and get fresh air and walk and do things that are physical. That will be one of the most wonderful ways you can do walking meditations, maybe. But as a general rule, they're quite pleased with you. But they do seem to think that you don't look after yourself quite as well as you should. Remember, it is not selfish to put yourself first, right? It actually, it's like the airline pilots, airlines. If oxygen mask falls, you put it on yourself first, because if you don't get the oxygen, you will not be able to help those around you, like your children or elderly or those that are struggling. Look after yourself first. Make sure your cup is more than half full. Very good. One more?
We have two more. And then,
okay. Two more is fine.
Debbie asks, is my father healing on the other side?
Well, from what I know about the other side, yes. But I will go talk. He says very gruffly, yes, I am, daughter. He's seeing how he reacted in life and trying and realizing there are better ways of dealing with situations. And he wants you to know, as he's sort of reaching towards you, wants you to know that would not react the same way as he had in the past. And that, and very gruffly says, I love you. Very gruff, but, hidden. He's sort of, and it's very funny that he would do it like that, shyly, but he did say, I love you. Okay, one more.
Jeanette Patterson.
Hi, Jeanette.
Says, tomorrow is the 15-year anniversary of my 4-year-old grandson drowning.
Oh.
Do you feel anything from him? I miss him. 14 years. Tomorrow is the 14-year anniversary. I miss him so very much.
He says, I'm here. Why you miss me? I'm always around you. And they don't age as fast on the other side for some reason. I don't know why. So he's not much older than 4, maybe 5 or 6. And he sort of says he spends a lot of time dancing around you and trying to get your attention. He says he understands you can't see him, but I keep on trying. And so with you, things are going missing, and you put it in one spot. No, it's your grandson. And he's a bit of a mischievous soul, but he's also got a really kind heart. He's just trying to get you to pay attention to him because, well, he just likes being around you. So he does seem to think you have the ability to see him, though, if you chose to. And I think that's part of what it is. So listen and hear that little voice. And if you hear this little voice talking to you, know that it is real. All right?
Did you want the last one that just came in?
Sure, why not?
Tammy Bautista says, do you have any messages from my husband?
Baptiste?
Baptiste, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he was right there, right in the energies, right close. And he really intent on letting you know that, well, he's fine, but he wants you to be fine as well. And if there's anything that you're holding back because you're waiting, you're still mourning, or you're just not doing things that you should, he really wants you to get out there and do things. He says, I'm fine, now it's your turn to be fine. It's sort of like he wants you to get out there and, well, I don't know how old you are. And I know if I suggested this to my mother, who at 80, that she go find a friend, she would have been very angry. Well, she was. I did suggest it. But if you're younger, he wants you to go out and find somebody that will make you happy. And somebody who likes to do the same things you like to do. So go out and find a friend. It doesn't have to be a guy. It can just be a lady friend, or just somebody that you can do things together with and laugh and joke. And that's what he's asking, that you laugh and joke. He thinks that's missing a little bit in your life. He thinks you're too serious, that life is not as serious as you make it. It's frustrating, yes, but kind of laugh. All right.
She says, thank you, I'm 56 and he's been gone for 2 years. I went out with a group 50 plus for the first time yesterday.
Congratulations. I guess he thinks it's a wonderful idea. And so do I, actually, though you won't catch me dating. But he wants more than anything, he wants you to be happy. And that's basically what he's saying. And he says you put up with a lot, and now it's your turn. And I think that's pretty normal for most relationships. It's a lot of give and take, but he does really want you to be happy. Okay, I guess that's it then.
Yep, that's it.
So namaste, namasko. Thank you very
everybody.
much.
Bye.